Hey y'all, Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart here. I'm Bohemia. Thank you for coming and joining the channel. Welcome back or welcome for the first time. We're going to do a Scorpio full moon reading. I love Scorpio. I love full moons. That's happening depending on where you're at. That's the 29th or 30th of this month, April. Since we're in the sign of Taurus, sun-wise, the moon will be in the polar opposite sign for full moon. That's how it works in Scorpio. So we're going to go fire, water, air, earth, and see how it is affecting each of the elements and see which signs pop up within that. So it will be for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I also have the bottom of the decks, which is the subconscious collective energy for the whole. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. I have the Tarot of the Moon Garden is one that we'll use, the Deviant Moon, the Moon Deck, and the Earth Magic. So you see a little moony theme there. Call me Lupin. Okay. Got my black moonstone here, which is... You know, I use it a lot for dark moons and new moons, but with Scorpio moon, oh yes, I had to come out. My little seashells and my other stuff and clutter back there, but hey. Okay, so one of the first for the collective cards that came up was the Two of Swords reversed, which makes perfect sense. So this is a time that you can no longer hide from knowledge. You can no longer hide from, you know, playing off kind of being naive or like, oh, it's not my business, it's not my place, I don't need to know, it's not serious, I don't have to look into that, I can just ignore that. None of that's going to fly. The blindfold is going to have to come off, and much like the Scorpio moon, it's going to, you know, really go into the psyche's jugular and pull out whatever needs to be said and communicated, and really like psychologically and mentally probe you to accept the reality of things and to choose sides. There's going to be a lot of choosing sides. So, you know, gnarly stuff can be brought up when it comes to Scorpio moon, Scorpio energy. We already have Jupiter in Scorpio, and we see all the things coming to light, you know, with the actors and people in positions of power and such. So there's going to be decisions that have to be made, but the good news is there should be a clarity with them that you feel. All right, and we have the Knight of Swords reversed. So the Knight of Swords has been popping around in everyone's reading. This could be Libra, Gemini energy, definitely. Could be an Aquarius, but probably going to be Libra or Gemini. If it's a particular person bringing this to your life, it can also be legality. So if somebody's been needing to be taken to court or something like that, and it's going to happen. So they're also going to be showing sides of themselves where it's just hard for you not, like, you won't be able to deny who people are right now, because they're just going to, you know, post it and go crazy, and, you know, and you're just going to be like, what is going on? Like, I never thought that they were like that. I never thought they would side with that. I never thought they would condone that. You know, I just didn't expect this to be them. And so they're going to show that other side in a very intense way. Could be communication issues and blockages. So you have wanting to come out and communicate, and then those trying to block it, or just being real nasty when the truth is brought up. So, and then on a different note, we have conscious eating nourishes me. And I feel like because this is the grounding that you need. That looks so fresh, y'all. Because, you know, with all of this going on, it can be very easy to dissociate from our bodies and from ourselves being here and being present. And, you know, do I even belong here? All of this is going on. There's arguments. You know, I'm feeling anxiety. I'm feeling this, you know, doom kind of feeling, you know, and so the answer here is to ground your body, nurture yourself, remind yourself that you are worthy to be here, that you are taking up space in a beautiful way, that you deserve that space, and, you know, give yourself some conscious eating. And then for the collective as well, we have iceberg submerged. So this is just going very much in hand. Some of you have been having that bad diet because of all of this that's been going on. There's some issues and lack of justice that's happened, and you don't want to, you know, either subconsciously or consciously kind of nurture yourself and nourish yourself, because you're just like waiting to hear these truths come out, or waiting for someone to get their karma to feel like you are worthy to just be here and taking care of yourself. So It's going to be, I need to shift some of that. And yes, the iceberg of whatever has been held on, you might decide to really, you know, some of you are going to be taking up activism. Some of you are going to be finally, what is it, flying the red flag, waving the red flag on issues that you knew about that you either felt that you couldn't do anything about, or you feel like the person can't stand up for themselves, so you're going to, or whatever it is in that kind of guise. Okay. So that is collective energy, intense as I would expect from Scorpio. So starting over here with fire signs, let's see, from Tarot of the Moon Garden, we have the Eight of Cups. So a lot, this is Pisces energy, could be Scorpio or Cancer as well. A lot of you are going to be walking away from that which no longer fulfills you. And this is leaving all the baggage, leaving the baggage in the forest in this card, leaving it back behind that door before it splits you, you know, and just dropping it all. And this is emotional baggage. This is where you feel like, you know what, it doesn't suit me. I don't want it. Why should I carry it around? And it's not even angry anymore. And that might be the crazy thing, is like, it's just done. Like, it's just done. And some of you are going to be having that feeling, fire signs, Sag, Aries, Leo, Sun, Moon, or Risings, that I don't know, that you just don't want it anymore, that you just don't need to wrestle around with your ex about things, or you just don't need that family approval so much, or you just really don't want that job or car or home that you thought that you want, and it's going to feel okay for you to just leave, and your own emotional validation is going to carry you. From the Deviant Moon for fire signs, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is you having a plan. I don't feel that you're just out there crazy, you know, just running amok. This is you having very solid, tangible plans. You might get good advice from earth signs, or be nourishing the earth sign part of your chart, or there could be a child who has a lot of earth in their chart who is really helping to encourage you or be your inspiration into starting a new path with things. But you're focusing on your finances, you're focusing on your health, you're focusing on not, you know, having to live in fear anymore of bills and of, you know, wanting to spend, and just take care of yourself and move forward. So this is a very good, empowered thing. It's like he went through all these tools down here, and now he found the one tool that is really working. You know, and it looks different than everyone else's probably, but it works for him. Yeah, and you still have fire sign, you still have all that steam ticking, but you're internalizing your vibes a little bit more, but using them for creative processing and creative thinking and strategy, which people forget with fire signs. Fire can be very strategic. Like if you think of Aries and Mars, right? That is the general of, you know, it's war, and that's very strategic. People forget. Sports, right? Very fire sign things. So from the Moon deck, we have, I honor the natural process of growth and transformations, y'all. Okay, so here, I mean, it's just, they all go together. You know, we have you walking away from things, creating new, and knowing that you got it in your pocket. You have your little ace in your pocket you've been working on. And then we have you honoring the natural process of growth and transformation. And then we have from Perfect, look at this, y'all. And then fire signs, as you do that, boom, those new beginnings. Because I know fire signs, you always want to know, but is there a new beginning? Is it fresh? Is it fresh? Is it fresh? And here's your answer. So you're leaving someone else's jungle that they littered up, and that they, look at this, let me hold it up, that they littered up and, you know, did whatever to, and you're going to come out and emerge from your own. Right there. And children do seem to be very important. I am seeing dragonflies and the page, which both connect with children for me, and also metamorphosis, because we have the butterfly and we have dragonflies as well. And also that reminder that you're still young. It doesn't matter, you're young. Like, you're not dead, you're young, okay? So complete what you need to complete and move forward, because you have fresh territory, and it's wild and it's crazy territory, but at the same time, like, you can handle it, and your plan is good. Whatever you have, fire sign, you might need validation. People are like, oh, you're the crazy one, you don't know what you're doing. How do you know that's how you feel? You know, you always change your feelings. You know, people are just expecting you to be this like chaotic fire sign and not know what's best for yourself, and you actually really effing do right now. Thank you very much. All right, I like it, fire signs. Right, you guys make sure to pay attention to your moon too, since this is full moon. I mean, you can do all your big three, sun, moon, rising, but really pay attention to your moon as well. All right, water signs, what's up, babies? Water tribe. Okay, so water babies, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Oh, look at this. What we do? We got the Ace of Staves or Ace of Wands reversed. So this is that, like, man feeling lazy. Feeling tired, feeling, you know, like you just don't want to get up, you don't want to do. This could be a hard hitter for, you know, us water signs with the moon in Scorpio being awful, you know, Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio and all this going on. So you might really want to just internalize that energy. You might feel like, oh, I should do a post about it. I should, you know, do a ritual. I should be being creative. But really what's going to happen is you're going to be exhausted and want to knock out. So if you want to do some things, I would do it in the days before or after the full moon, because you might actually be very incapacitated during, and that's okay. I feel like some water signs who have their moon cycles are going to be having some very exhausting ones around this time that are syncing up to the full moon, and that's where a lot of your energy is going. So just be conscious of that. You know, it's a ceremony in and of itself if you are not able to fully focus on other things. I am feeling that a lot of water signs, you need to pick up painting again, or whatever is your utensil. I'm feeling like art, like drawing, painting, something with a utensil here where you are creating, and you have stopped that like a long time. Some of you, it was very long ago, like childhood, and this is like, no, you should have done that. For a few of you, there is piano, but I'm not feeling like it's a, I don't know, maybe it's like not feeling like a regular piano. Maybe it's like a family or some siblings who watch or something. Like it feels like, I don't know if it was like a mini piano or one of those where like the black and white keys were switched. But yes, so creativity, internalize it, that's fine. But just prepare to bring it out, because otherwise it's going to kill you with exhaustion. From the deviant moon for water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. There we go. And I was feeling that. I was feeling music and just Piscean energy actually very strongly. And here we have Neptune card, the Hanged Man, which very much connects to Pisces. Look at those purple leggings. That has to be a Pisces or an Aquarius, right? So, yes, this is very much, things are on hold. You know, we have things on a pause, on a hold, and that's been happening a lot for water signs, especially with Pisces. So, you know, fellow Pisces, you might be feeling like, what? Like, I can't wait anymore. I need to do things. I need to be putting out. But it's your incubation period. It's saying sacrifice that time, right? Sacrifice the time. Wait until the moon begins to wane down and start going through cycles again before you start releasing things and, you know, shutting them outwardly. Right now is the time to hold them internally and work on them a bit more. Create. And rejuvenate. It's a good time for meditation. It's a good time for not having to know the why of everything, to be honest. So from the moon deck, there is medicine in my shadow. All right, so for some of you, this is going to be part of your shadow side. You know, you might feel like, no, I need to be productive. I need to keep up with the fire and the earth signs. Everyone always shames water for being too dreamy, not being practical, not being able to keep things done. You know, I can't slip up into that. And so you're fighting this. And you're like, no, I don't want to just be all airy-fairy or all, I don't know, watery mermaid. Oh, sandy scorpion. I don't know. You know, I want to be on top of my shit. So this is feeling like it's your shadow side right now, because you're tired of being villainized this way. Like you're just the one who's, oh yeah, she's just gonna go over there and look at her stars and her Ouija. So they say it on Paranorman. It's so funny. So you're seeing this as shadow, and it's your medicine. That is your, if you take nothing else from the Scorpio full moon reading, water signs, do not see your medicine as a negative shadow. Now, I don't even think darkness, I don't villainize darkness and things the way that they use them in the New Age love and light kind of thing. But on that part of yourself that you're not recognizing, or that you haven't got to know, that we call shadow, that is called shadow, do not confuse that with your medicine, because there is medicine in your shadow. There's medicine in every part of you, okay? So don't throw out the medicine with the unwanted qualities that you are shedding. All right. And here we go, shape-shifting. right? So you don't even need to be throwing parts of yourself away. You just need to shift them around. See, look at here. It gives you a perfect example from your own self, water signs. You have this where people are like, oh, like, when are you going to do something? Like, man, nobody else has that much downtime, da 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 da, you know, and then probably you're just going to get what you want anyways, you know, and so people are hard on you on the hard times, and then they're hard on you when you have the good time, like as if they don't remember that you had the hard time. But this is reminding you, no, that's a skill set. It's a skill set to be able to pause and wait. Even though as Ace of Wands, Ace of Staffs, it looks not in balance with itself, when you really have that hangman energy, it's exactly balanced in itself. So for you, you know, it is balanced to have your pauses, to have your waits, to search yourself, to find your medicines, and then you shape shift. All right? And you bring forth what you want. You're multiple elements here, the air and the water, and you're bringing forth what it is that you choose to, from the parts of you that either you were going to write off or other people were going to write off. All right? So deep workings for you water signs. I love it. Medicine in the pause and in the shadow. Air signs, what's up? Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Ooh, Chariot reverse. Talk about the pause. Boom. Like, I felt that speed bump. I felt that speed bump right now. It could be a Cancer you're dealing with. It could be parenthood. It could be, yeah, a mother figure. You know, trying to be a good parent for your children. Definitely going on. There's also some career stuff that is going to be flipped on its head. So you've been ascending, you know, trying to ascend in your career. And now you are going to be hitting, you know, some kind of snag or setback. This could be a rehiring of someone from the past that happens. This could be, you know, someone else just getting hired new, so you're not given what you thought you would get in the past. I'm feeling a strong tie with the past and what you thought was going to happen with the past not being what happens when the bounce back happens. Okay? This could be hitting your limit. So some of you guys need to call someone in to co-parent with you, or you need to make sure that whoever is helping you co-parent isn't getting overwhelmed and beyond, you know, themselves either way. You know, you might be working super hard and taking all the shifts, and then the other parent is doing all the nurturing for the child, or vice versa. And there needs to be more balanced. It's not imbalanced at all right now. All right, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. So some of you air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, you guys are being workaholics right now. Like, straight up. You could be dealing with a Virgo. Could be a Taurus or Capricorn as well. Yeah, Virgo moon. Or an Earth sign moon, Capricorn, Taurus. So you guys are just really, really, it's too much pedal to the metal. You need to cut back. You need to cut back. Now, for those of you who you're like, psh, I ain't got a job, like, you need to work. It's the opposite. But it's like it's too much extreme in the world of work that's going on. Scorpio moon's gonna pull that up. Scorpio moon's gonna pull up this full moon Scorpio, how you share your resources, how your finances. So if you owe people and you've been the boss and your business is going under, you need to pay them what you owe them before it gets worse and before you mess with the wrong one. And then you're owing something, okay? More than what you originally owed them. This is also could be a boss that's doing that to you, and you're like, are you serious? Like, when I'm working, you're not giving me my benefits, you're not giving me my health care. I feel like that could be big for some of you. Stop and take care of your health, okay? That's a big thing right now, air signs. Stop and take care of your health, because some of you aren't doing that. You might be afraid to ask for time off. You might be afraid to, you know, try to get that health care worked out, and it can get really bad. It's already pretty bad for those of you who know that you are suffering different health things and you know something's off, especially if you have Virgo in your chart or Cancer. All right. Oh, there we go. When I let others shine, I shine too. Air signs, that's so sweet. I love it. So this is what's happening right here. Is there could be stuff going on in the workplace, or when it comes to getting your goals and what you want, when it comes to your health, and you are sitting there potentially, or someone else is worrying about, you know, those backseat people who are those people from back when, or you're competing with people. you're competing with sometimes it's not even with the person, it's just like with the voice of society, or with the Instagram models, or with whoever it is, and comparing as you're manifesting, hitting their manifesting, and it's not, and then you're upset and you're hard on yourself. And this is saying no. When you shine, others shine too. When others shine, you shine. Take it all as good. Take it as anybody who seems like they're above you in some way, they are helping you level up your vibration. All right? Like if your health is really, really bad, air signs, and someone comes around with spectacular naked butt health, that's what I'm gonna call it, when they're so fit, and and then you're just like, stop it. We know you can do yoga. Like, put some clothes on. Jeez, with your naked butt health. So, so when that's happening, that's giving you, it's like bumper cars. Tag, boom. Want some of this vibration? Maybe you want it to be like clothed butt health. But still, you want to level up. So think of it that way. And look he does look like he has this strange old bumper car, doesn't he? Yeah. And look at that. Look how closed off. That armor, right? So it's time to take that off and get in touch with yourselves a lot more. It doesn't have to be, get in touch with yourself, go hug a tree and this and that. But it sure enough could be if you wanted to. All right, speaking of trees, let's look at earth magic. Childhood and innocence. So there is definitely that theme of parenting again that we had, but it's also asking you to free yourself up. Free yourself up. Your social circles and networks need to change. They might be all about work right now, or you might be surrounded in people that don't support your goals. And so it's going to be one or the other. Either you're too much work and stuff right now and you're not having any other pleasures or connectedness, or able to tie in family and the rest of your life, or you're having too much of people who just don't support you in your goals and your work and moving forward, and expect you to just be a homebody, that kind of thing. So really reconnect to how you felt when you were younger, what you really wanted, and that innocence that's there. Because that's what helps the Chariot, is remembering that past and why they started off on the path that they did in the first place, because it's a card of Cancer. So what was that emotional connection, that urge? What made you want to achieve these things? Why did you ever want to achieve these dreams? Why did you ever want that job? Why did you ever want to feel beautiful and be healthy? Reconnect with that, with the innocence of that, and the fact that there's enough for everyone to have that feeling of happiness within themselves. And it's going to make your path attaining it, which has gotten crazy and overwhelming and burdensome, a whole lot easier. All right, air signs. Earth signs, happy birthday, Taurus. This is the full moon opposing your sun, so it has a lot of Taurus energy towards it too. Let's see what is going on for earth signs. There we go. Boom. Scorpio, Pluto energy. We have Pisces with the dolphins there. Judgment. Bam. I'm getting some Libra too. So some of you Taurus are dealing with Pisces, Scorpio, or Libra, or people with those planets, or you have those planets. So you're feeling this hard, Taurus. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. This, and there's a lot of Capricorn energy in the sky right now as well. Yeah, it's like you're standing on the earth and you feel it shake, but then you're like also by the ocean and you're seeing this wave come in. And it's like, this should be good, and you're like, okay, let me just listen to all these water signs who are always saying, oh, cleanse, it's so good. let the stuff hit you, just change your signs, just do it. So it's like y'all are trying, and you're like, okay, let me just sit here and it'll just wash over. It'll just wash over. It'll be great. It'll be grand. And so you're still trying to figure out if it will. And you know what? I think it is. Like, I don't know. Then again, I'm the water dominant, aren't I? It feels like it's going to be quite exhilarating. And the thing is, you guys are immovable. So anything that is meant to be yours is still going to be yours, earth signs. And everything that you are meant to withstand through, which is all the good stuff, you're going to do. Now some of you are going to have to, you're going to be a little caught up, and you're going to have to face the music on some things. And you know it. I would just do it. Just do it, especially if it's a Scorpio who's bringing it to you. I'm not, you better. And if it's, you know, a Pisces too, same thing, you know, and Libra's not playing. Those are the three signs I'm getting from that very strongly. It's better to just come clean and, you know, to allow that rebirth and renewal to occur. Now, some of you guys are going to be judging other people that same way and really seeing, do I want you in my life? Is it worth having you in my life this lifetime? That kind of thing. So I think it's good to reevaluate. I do. I think it's good to put them to the test right now. Let's see what we have. The Hermit. So Virgos could be involved as well. Or Virgo, this is a very strong message for you. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like you've learned a lot of, I feel like with a lot of earth signs, you've completed a cycle or you're almost completed in a cycle of like a really freaking huge lesson that your soul's been trying to learn for a long time. So it's like the Akashic records are like, okay, we think that they learned it. And it's like the big, like, slow motion, like, part of the movie where it's like, is it? Did we win? Is the whole point of the movie coming and, you know, being wrapped up because they achieved it? You know, and you're like, scared to look. I'm scared to look. But it's your life. Did I achieve it? You know, and let's see. Look, I think you did. I focus on what is working. So it's like you're aiming. You're going in the right direction. And I feel, there we go. And there's your answer, lotus flower unfoldment. Especially those of you who have some Sag or Libra in your chart or are dealing with the Sag or Libra. It's looking really good. You know, because finally, after all that chaos, after all that mud and mire, after trying to focus to get to the point that you want, we have it unfurling. So you guys need the Scorpio moon. You need to dredge. I would embrace and run into every single thing that it's all those nutrients and that chaos that's coming up. You know, and you're like, shoot, like, I don't even know how to deal with this anymore. I was over here trying to work on my little spiritual self myself and like open up and be bare. And then like the universe was like, oh, here's how we want you to work. And it just like slapped you with this whole new thing. And so, but you're staying with yourself. You're learning to focus. You're learning to be inspired by friends who cheer you on, or even when you're doing it alone, you know, really to feel connected. And then we have this beautiful unfoldment and blossoming that comes from that journey of that pod from the mud up through the waters. And that's why we see it so good with this enlightenment energy that comes with the lotus flower. So I think a lot of your signs are going to have very big reason to be proud of yourselves. I know that you've had some tough times. For some of you, it was very self-inflicted. For others of you, it was, you know, something that you were just in the pressure cooker and you were maybe connected with others who were really going through things in their timeline, their spiritual timeline. But it looks like it's very much coming around and lifting up. Focus on what is working, and please remember to be proud of yourself for how much you've grown as you continue to unfurl. So these are the Scorpio moon messages. He wanted to come out. A Scorpio card. I think I might have shown him. Yeah, so let me know how it resonates. Let me know how Scorpio moons feel to you if you've kind of noticed throughout the years, especially the full moons. And I'll see you soon. Bye.